Next question down, 5 votes. To feel or to think into a high vibration? Question mark. The teaching says to change your thought as a thought because a thought creates a feeling. Most thoughts are a tentacle of the original thought that created the vibrational gap, likely developed from childhood, which can be quite deep and persistent. When do you choose to just feel without attaching to the story? To let feeling it carry the transformation? Is this the same as admitting defeat? If no, how are the two different, and why do you choose what? There is a lesson. You guys might not be there yet. Empowerment 1, maybe lesson 18. It's like the 5 layers of consciousness or something. Genius. Bentinho sort of talks about these different layers and the difference between like sort of surface thoughts and more of the unconscious and more of the perspective and point of view about life. So that could shed some light on this. And okay, the first thing that's coming to mind, so I'll just say it, is when do you choose to just feel without attaching this to the story? Yeah, ultimately, if you're not feeling good, you can just shift. I want to feel, so how do you want to feel? Joy, relax, peace. Cool. Joy, relax, peace. You just jump vibrational domains just like that. You can skip all the thinking. Totally possible. And in a Mount Madonna retreat, which is in the library, the True Infinity Library, he talks about it throughout that session, but it's around the 100-minute mark, or the 1 hour mark as well. Bentinho talks about frequency domains and just shifting. Be a shifter, not a thinker, so to speak. So you can explore that to delve more into what I'm referring to or referencing right now. But ultimately, you can just shift frequency domains. There's a frequency domain of limited belief, experience, lack, whatever that traumatic paradigm is. You're not enough. The outside world can hurt you, such things. And there's a frequency domain, equally valid to the creator, of joy, peace, love, empowerment, etc. Often, to our conscious personality, that's too big a gap for us to just switch. Just drop everything and switch. In a way, this is what Bentinho's 2 to 5 seconds is about. So to feel or think into a high vibration, which one to do? So you can do either. Do what feels good. This is another common misstep in manifestation principles, is people get stuck on feeling like they have to think all the time and like hold this vision and their perspective all the time and monitor their thoughts all the time throughout their day, or else they're going to crash and burn. That stresses people out. And that's when people are thinking more, they're giving the value or importance more to what they're thinking, the thoughts, than to the vibrational feeling quality, the vibrational state of being of what they're doing. And that's like when I was saying before, the analogy of the depth of the lake. When you're vibrationally clear, you get in those resonant creational moments in the morning or evening or just those certain times in your day. That's what you need to do. Then you can let it go. You don't need to maintain that. Then you just live your life and focus on the circumstances and what you're doing, because you know on this background, things were already set up. So if, for instance, so to feel or to think into high vibration, so Suzanne, if you're sitting there and realizing like you're not feeling good, and you realize you're not feeling good, so you're like, oh, that means I have choice. I technically, according to Bentinho and Ryan, I could feel good right now. So see what makes sense to you. This is where the creativity comes in, and it's like it's like imagination yoga. You got to find. We might tell you what the pose looks like, but you have to find yourself how it fits. Okay, yeah, there it is. And so if you're not feeling good right now, you could. Okay, well, first of all, am I stuck in a limiting belief? I could think a little bit. Oh, I am. Hey, what do you know? That actually, I don't know if that's true or not. That could lighten the burden already. Or you could just think, okay, I'm in a transitional moment. I'm driving in my car. Nothing much is happening. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm taking a shower. It's not like, it's kind of boring, so to speak, but it's actually not. It's this magical now moment. So in those transitional moments, you could be like, well, what would I like to think about? And so you're just checking different frequency domains. I could think about being in Hawaii on the beach, whether you're going to Bentinho's retreat or not. Just being on a beach might be enough to start activating some frequency. Or think about something that you want, something that you're wanting to create in your life, some situation that you might have thought about already, but and activate that. Or, so that's going into the future to visualize what you're wanting. So these are, okay, these are techniques on how to raise your frequency in a snap. So you can think about something you want in the future and see it, feel it, be it. Ooh, that would be such an amazing outcome. Oh my God, that feels so good. Holy cow. Being in that relationship, having that job, doing whatever, going on that vacation, whatever it is for you. Okay. But maybe if you explore that and that, no, it's not quite lighting you up, then maybe go into your past. And you can use a past experience that you enjoy and think about that time where you had that really sweet connection with that person, that time where you walked off walked out of the presentation or walked out of the meeting or walked out or whatever you did and you were like, I fucking nailed it. So you can use your memory to recall that moment, and everything is this big now moment anyway. And so you're bringing that slide into your experience, and then you start to vibrate a little more with the memory. You just start to smile, or the sweet hug that someone gave you. And then once you pop to that little frequency range, you're feeling. So you're thinking, you're using your thoughts as the initial vehicle to point in a direction, but then you're feeling it. That pops you to frequency range, where then you have access to new thoughts or new ideas. And then what else? And then you're just driving in your car and you're just sort of smiling to yourself. And then when you go into the next thing in your day, you're coming from a little bit sweeter vibration. And it just feels good. And so then how you see life, the choices you see in your choose your own adventure moment, you get home, do you do the dishes? Do you go for a walk? Do you sit on the couch? Like all these things, the breadcrumb trail becomes so obvious because the things that resonate and are in alignment with that frequency range of what you're wanting, the vibrational clarity, is obvious. So to think or to feel, you do both. Ultimately, you can just snap into the feeling. But when that's not accessible, use your creativity to just tune into the different aspects of a future experience you want for yourself if it feels good, a past experience that felt good previously, bring that to mind, or a present moment experience of all of a sudden being very present, feeling a steering wheel on your hands, looking out at the sun and looking at the trees and just like having a moment of wonder, like, oh my God, the sun is so amazing. Like, look at these trees. And being really sweetly in the present moment might light this up. Or fourth option is you can use your imagination of something that's not necessarily even going to happen in your life per se, but it just feels like crazy and fun, like exploring outer space, which actually could happen. Skydiving from 30,000 feet or something. You might not actually physically do that, but it could be very exhilarating for you to imagine that. So we are Imagineers, and so we have imagination to use.